So happy spring, everybody. It's March the 20th, the official first day of spring. I thought it was the 21st, but it is the 20th. So it is springtime officially. And today I started leading a 108-day fast. And I'm choosing to do the master fast. It doesn't matter which, if you're just going to do 108 days of detoxification or fasting or master fasting or whatever you prefer, I'm just going to chime in every day for 108 days and give inspiration so people can stay on the path, including myself. I'm going to try and shoot for 108 days. I don't know if I'll make it. I'll certainly try. I did a 44-day master fast here a few months ago and really found it extremely valuable. So I'm going to try and do 108. And so if you want to join me, you can come on, jump off, jump back on. It doesn't really matter. Nobody's judging. I'm just here to provide daily inspiration for whatever you need, even if you're not fasting, if you're just detoxing, or even if you're just trying to give up pasta and hot pockets or whatever. It's just inspiration, and there's a lot of love on the page. It's a Group Master Fast Spring Equinox 2017 on Facebook, and people are just supportive because this is not easy. It's not easy to give up our goodies and all that. So today is my first day of master fasting. I've been juice only today, and it's difficult the first few days. Your body has to reset, and just running on juice is a little bit of a change. It kicks up a lot of toxins, and yeah, I had a little bit of a energy downer in the afternoon, but feeling pretty good right now. You guys give me a lot of energy, so I thank you for that. But yeah, I'm really excited to help guide people along the way, whatever they're doing. Just more of a cheerleader, more of inspiration, things like that. And I can answer some questions on what you guys are going through. But if it's anything Master Fast related, Gino has asked me to send all that over to his Facebook page, which is Master Fast System on Facebook, because they have a group of trained administrators over there, and they really know the correct answers. And that system is changing so quickly too. The Master Fast system is a very fluid system, very dynamic, so it's changing quite a bit. So they're up on the nuances of the master fast system. So like I say, I'm more of a cheerleader and inspiration at the group the group fast Spring Equinox 2017 site. So I'll post a link to it down in the thing. I know it's a long title. So anyway, so welcome everybody. So glad you're here, and I'm so glad it's springtime. This is such a great time to do some real cleansing and some real detoxification because the weather's getting warmer. There's more sunlight. There's better fruits. Sometimes in the dead of winter, it's hard to eat a bowl of cold fruit. It's it plays tricks on you. So this is a great time, you guys, to join in for whatever you want to come aboard on. So I'm just saying. It's going to be a great experience to listen to everybody and to feel the support of everybody. And so I'm going to evolve too. I've never led a fast like this, so or a detox. So I'm going to learn a lot too, and I'll get better at what I'm doing. So, anyways, we're here to talk about detoxification, what it's all about. I don't care if you're doing the fasting, dry fasting, the herbs, it's just all about removing the obstructions in the body that we put in due to our ignorance, really. Because I think if we really knew what we were doing to ourselves, we would stop it, before it got too cold too much. So we're here to clean our pipes. We've got the blood system. It runs really, really fast through the body, but the lymph system runs really slow. It's 3 to 5 times bigger than the blood system. So it's a huge system that needs to be flowing properly. It's got the basis of our immune system in there. It's where the cells all dump their waste. So it's a really vital system that the medical community just doesn't really talk about. But we talk about it here. And we teach people how to and support people on moving their lymphatic waste and obstructions out of the body. The key to healing, in my view. And, Gino at the Master Fast Facebook page has done a really good job. That group's done a really good job of finally collecting testimonials So if you want to get if you want to see what's going on as far as testimonials, it's a great spot. They're up there. They're amazing. They're happening every day. This is expanding very rapidly. This is really going viral, you guys, because it works. And you'll see. You'll see. I mean, detoxification in any form is amazing. Lymphatic detoxification leads to regeneration. And you start to get into these really high levels. The more comfortable you get with this, the better you get with it. You'll get to these higher levels. And dry fasting is the top of the mountain, absolutely the top of the mountain. And as Dr. Morse says, the grape juice and lemon combination is a fantastic combination of juices, super powerful. And there's a debate whether you go raw or you go pasteurized. I've done them both. I haven't tested the raw as long as I have the pasteurized. The pasteurized works really well. The raw is really great as far as nutritionally, energetically, and just being raw, of course, not having the hand of man touching it so much. So it's your call. It doesn't really matter. Maybe one's faster, one's slower. Doesn't matter. We don't want to win the race. We just want to complete the race. That's all. That's all we want to do. So slow and steady is okay with me, unless you're really pushed against the wall. Then we want to take it to the highest level that we know of, that our intuition guides us to. So with that being said, we all know why we're here. I think we're here to help support each other in the healing of the physical body, which will lead to the healing of the spiritual self and the mind as well, I believe. It's certainly been my experience. So it's just such a blessing to have this entering the consciousness of man right now, really growing. Thanks to Dr. Morse, who's been doing this for 45, 47 years. Thank you to Dr. Morse for really leading the charge here. And we can go back and thank, of course, Arnold Ehret and folks like that who were early pioneers in this information. But it keeps expanding and growing, and it's really going in some fantastic directions. So I'm just so excited to be part of this. Anyway, so happy spring, everybody. We're going to jump right into questions because that's why we're here. We're here to help and support each other. We have a great group that shows up here. I learn something every time we have one of these chats, and I hope everybody else does too. So I'm just going to jump right in, and we have Detoxia. Happy to begin Master Fast System tomorrow. Commencing countdown, Major Tom. All right. Take your protein pills. We don't want to take our protein pills like David Bowie said, but other than that, we're going to commence the countdown, Major Tom. Excellent. Yeah, so join in tomorrow. Absolutely. Great. Sheila, hi Mark. Happy to be here. Happy you're here, Sheila. Rosaline is back. Okay, good. Hi Mark. Glad to be here on another week, and a thumbs up. Thumbs up to you, Rosaline. We have be here. Hi Mark. Missed you last week. Yeah, my dad passed away, and I've got just a lot on my plate, and it's a long story, but I don't know. My dad was 88 when he passed, and I think sometimes people, when they get up in the years, they just throw all their paperwork in a drawer and hope the next clan figures it out. So, anyways, just a lot going on right now, and and then I got backed up, and there were some technical issues. I couldn't get it on time. I tried, but I could not be here on time. So, anyways. I do as many of these as I possibly can. I love doing them. I love helping you guys, and I love hearing from you. And this is such a great community, and it's growing too. It's really amazing. I think I'm approaching 900,000 views on YouTube. I never thought that was. It just blows my mind. I started doing these about a year and a half ago, thinking nobody's going to watch, and I'll just put it out there for that small group of people that want this knowledge. But it's growing like crazy. So. This is just amazing. I'm so happy to be able to help this many people. So okay, so we've got Kim. Hello, Kim. Hannon's back. Hannon Hall is back. Excellent. Good evening, Mark, and the Master Fast mates. Happy spring. Yeah, I can't believe it's spring. I remember when I set the date for guiding this fast, this group, and I thought, oh, that's way in the distance, but it came up fast. We have to seize the day. I mean, carpe diem. I mean, time really moves, and Yeah, I mean the time is now to do these things. If you guys have a goal in mind for healing, for removing obstructions out of the body, for getting getting the flow back of the lymphatic system, removing those acids, do it now. This time is just moving so quick. All right, so we have Parambody back. Hi, Mark. Day one of Master Fast for me. Excellent. Yeah, a lot of us are starting. I put the note out just a few days ago because a couple of people informed me that the spring equinox is on the 20th, not the 21st. So I'm glad I got that out. I'm glad people are starting. It doesn't really matter. Start when you want. It was just an auspicious time to start. So day one for Parambody. I feel that doing this fast with this group is really going to help push and motivate me. Yeah, just today, I just posted, the opening a little blurb, and a lot of people jumped in. And I got busy later in the afternoon, and I saw on Facebook there was another 80. It comes up in that little Windows 80 messages for me or something. So I got to get busy and sort through all that. But yeah, the day one launch has been pretty strong. We've got over 600 people that have joined that group, which is amazing. So yeah, we're all going to support each other and create a group energy and celebrate the milestones. And I think our first milestone will be the 10-day mark, and we'll have a little celebration on the 10-day mark. So join us, everybody, if you haven't already signed up over there. And like I say, I'll post it at the end of this. I'll post a link. Okay, so Terrell, hi Mark. So excited for the 108-day Master Fast. Here is day 11. All right, excellent. Appreciate your support and guidance. You bet, Terrell. Blessings to you too. Yeah, awesome. Great. Yeah, so you're ahead of us. You're already over the hump. I'm still in the dreaded first 4 days. This is really the hump for me. This is my second Master Fast. It actually is easier, I gotta say. I remember being super hungry the first 3 or 4 days, and I remember drinking a gallon of juice a day. And now I think I've only done about a quart and a half, quart and 3/4. So not much. And it's interesting. Gino does these. He started the Master Fast, and he does these Saturday night live things on Saturday night, and out of Toronto. And he gave some great tips that I want to share with you guys in case you didn't get a chance to hear his call. But he was saying that, if you're getting hungry, there's things that you can put in your body during the Master Fast that will not turn on digestion. Honey is one of them. Honey is in, as he puts it, a plasmatic state. It's already pre-digested. The bees have actually digested. It's really their regurgitation, if you want to know the truth. I think we all know that, but it's already been digested. It's already pre-digested. So that's not going to turn on digestion, and it does curb your appetite if you start to get hunger pains. So that's a great one. But he also said that maple syrup is okay. And that's cooked. Cooked maple syrup is fine also. It won't turn on digestion. And then he said, if you really want to take it to another level, you take the psyllium pudding, which is psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal, and you can make pancakes out of that and put the maple syrup on it and trick your mind. So you can have a pancake breakfast and still be master fasting, and still and still not turn on digestion, even though you just had a psyllium pudding pancake. So there's just some tips out there, some new tips that can keep you in the game. So if you start to really feel super hungry, especially in the beginning, think about psyllium pancakes. Not the most appetizing thing, but they're going to sit in your stomach and make you feel like you did put something in there. So we have Zerkstein. Am I saying it right? Zerkstein. Hi, Zerkstein. We have Linda Storms. Okay, hello everyone. Exciting to see so many people here tonight. Yeah, this is great. And the spring equinox fast kicking off. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, you bet, Linda. Thank you. I hope you're joining us. So that'd be awesome. Yeah, this is exciting. Crystal Hippie, my neighbor here. Hi, Mark. Day one for me. Excellent. I know you were starting it. That's fantastic. Excellent. So you got your tinctures made. Maybe you're doing the teas only. I don't know, but good. Glad to have you here. This is amazing. Yeah, so with the you can either do tinctures or teas, because the teas will not turn on digestion also. So if you guys are late to the fast and you want to jump on, You guys know I have Javana tea in the boost. I started that to offer those herbs because for people that can't afford the tinctures or don't like tinctures because of the alcohol or don't have the time or energy to make them. It takes 30 days to make them, and you got to shake them every day. It's not that big of a hassle, but some people don't want that hassle. There's a lot of reasons why teas are a solution if you don't like tinctures, and you can actually make tinctures out of the herbs as well. So great, yeah. So you can make, the only thing about the teas too, you have to make them every 3 or 4 days because they don't last as long as the tinctures, which are basically last forever. So there's differences, but the teas are nice. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the teas with those boosts on this master fast, and then just I kind of play with them a little bit and make different batches all the time and add a little bit more of this, a little less of that, just kind of playing around with them. So Hannon, holy cow, your herbs make a ton of tinctures. Yeah, one little bag of boosts makes 8 ounces of tincture. At a 4-to-1 ratio. Like Dr. Morse is at a 4.3, I think. But Geno's tinctures are a 2-to-1 ratio. So you could either make 4 ounces of tincture or 8 ounces of tincture. But Hannon, so yeah, holy cow, your herbs make a ton of tinctures. Don't have enough dropper bottles. Okay, so let me answer that because this is great. You don't have to have a dropper bottle for each 2 ounces of tincture. Here's what you do. So to make the tinctures, you take those Javana boosts, and they each have roughly 2 ounces, 2 1/4, 2 1/3 ounces of dry tincture. I'm sorry, of dry herbs, which is a lot. It's a nice bag size full. You dump that into a 16-ounce mason jar, and then you add your alcohol. Okay, and let's say you're making a 4-to-1 tincture, so you add 8 ounces, a little bit more because there's some absorption and things. So 8.5 ounces of alcohol. And then when it comes time to use it, what I do is I leave all the herbs in the alcohol, and I just take out what I need. And I fill that 2-ounce bottle, and then leave the others in the shelf in the dark. Give it a good shake every once in a while, and therefore the longer those herbs sit in that alcohol, the better. So take out the 2 ounces you need after 30 days, or some do it in 14. They start on the new moon and end on the full moon. That's the way making tinctures too, 14-day cycle with the moon. All right. But nevertheless, just take out what you need and leave those herbs sitting in that alcohol and shake them, and more and more of those constituents will come out of those herbs. Okay. And you'll have a really super high quality herb. Because if you're doing 108, you're going to get your last batch at, after 3 months of being in the alcohol, which is fantastic. Okay, so just thought I'd say that. So back to Hannon's question. Is it okay to strain into a dropper bottle just when needed? Oh, sorry. We were thinking alike. Yes, absolutely. There is still enough alcohol to cover the herbs. Yeah, that's a concern for some people. I've never seen it, but they say, well, if the alcohol isn't fully covering the herbs, then there's mold that grows. I've never seen that. Do a little more research on that and see. If not, just push the herbs down into that alcohol. Make sure they're covered, and maybe it might be if there is a mold issue, I've never seen it, that pull out some of those herbs. Just pull out a few of them just to make sure everything's covered. Okay, that would be my advice. But yeah, the longer the better. It's sitting in alcohol. I hope that answers your question, Hannah. Good. So Dora. Hello, I'm glad I found this live video and learned about MasterFast. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to have you, Dora. Hannon, continued for another 2 weeks or so. Oh, is there still enough alcohol to cover the herbs and continue for another? Yes. Yeah, just like I said, I answered that question. Yeah, just make sure they're covered if you feel that that's a problem. And good. Okay, so Z Christine? Let's just go Z Christine. Trying to detox. I notice my pee is heavy and goes down to the bottom of the toilet. Just wondering if this is lymph. This is a great sign. Really great sign when especially for the guys. I don't know about the women, but the guys, you really notice it. That the heavier urine goes to the bottom, and that's usually the stuff that's really, really thick in the jar and really opaque and hard to see through. So yes, it is a good sign. It's a good sign that you're moving lymph. But the best thing to do is to pee in a jar for both the men and the women and to look at it, to hold it up to the light and look through it and see the level that you're moving. Anything is good. Any kind of crystals, any kind of sand, sediments, anything is good. Opaque, where you can't see through it, is amazing. When it starts to look like orange juice and beyond, it's really, really good. Okay, you're moving lymph. And for those people who are having trouble moving lymph, look into dry fasting, short-term dry fasting, 12 to 24 hours, 36 hours if you can go that long. Dr. Morse doesn't want you to go past 36 hours without supervision or experience. So he thinks that's a safe window, anywhere from 12 to 24 to 36 on the outside. So it's really good for getting the kidneys open and getting them filtering and getting that lymph waste out of the body. And like Gino at the Master Fast System says, he says, the Master Fast System is based around dry fasting. Dry fasting is the top of the mountain. It's where the really, really deep, big healing comes in, everybody. This is what we're really, really trying to train ourselves to do, is be able to dry fast, to be able to go without food and water for a short period of time, often though. And this is what it's all based around. And this is where the healing really, really comes in. There was a study that I posted out of USC that says that dry fasting turns on stem cells to become immune cells. Okay? And stem cells are basically cells that aren't programmed yet. They're kind of waiting for their mission. And they can become anything. They can become a fingernail cell. They can become a brain cell, an eye cell, whatever. They're waiting for their mission. And dry fasting turns them into immune cells. Okay? So it boosts your immune system, boosts your healing. So this is really, really great news. Okay? How long does it take to see results? 6 months, 1 year, 2 years? You know, you can see results very, very quickly. How long does it take to fully heal the body? I don't think anyone knows that. I don't think that answer is available to us yet, because I am starting to suspect that we can live a lot longer than we're led to believe. And stories from the Bible and all that suggest hundreds and hundreds of years. So, maybe that was another age. I don't know, but I think that we can live a very, very long time in really, really good health, as long as we remove acids out of the body. This is the key. Removing the sewage out of the body, the acidosis, the obstructions, is the key to longevity and to feeling good for a long, long time. Now, I'm not so interested in living a long time. I just want to live, pain-free and not go down in a cesspool of acids and in pain and miserable and with a ton of brain fog. And then one of these, 100,000 definitions of systemic and local acidosis they have names for. Don't want to go down that path. But I think that a lot of us can live well into our 90s, really in a good way. David Rockefeller passed away today, and of course this guy, the Rockefeller family is very, very, very wealthy. And I really don't agree with a lot of what he stood for, but nonetheless, the guy lived to be 101 years old. Now, this is a guy that can afford anything. I mean, anything. Money is no object at all. And very, very extremely wealthy people, and some say David Rockefeller was worth, upwards of $1 trillion. I mean, just phenomenal wealth. They don't even make the list of the world's richest men because they're way beyond that. They don't even want anybody to know. This is what I'm hearing. So anyways, the point is, whether he had 500 billion or whatever, it doesn't matter. Money was no object to him. But still, with all his technology, I bet the guy was doing everything, stem cell replace, whatever, doing everything. He could only just get over the 100-year mark. Okay? So it just goes to show you that that the state that we're in now, we're having a hard time with that. But this technology now is coming in where we're doing this high level detoxification, getting acids out of the body. This guy was in a wheelchair for probably the last 15 years of his life, he looked really acidic. I mean, look at pictures of him. So I don't think he had this technology here, you know. So we don't know. We really don't know, you guys. We're pioneers at the very forefront of this technology, but it's resonating with me and a lot of you that if we remove these obstructions and get rid of this acids and turn back on our immune system and all that, and you know, and we avoid accidents and we avoid, you know, God forbid something really heavy duty comes in that we're not ready for. You know, barring all that, you know, I think we're going to see a lot more people cracking that 100-year mark, getting up into that 105, 108, the magic 108. That's where my intention is. I'm going to live to 108. I'm going to set my intention there. The divine 9, the 108. So, anyways, I'm just saying. I was just kind of rambling on there, but I think we don't know. We don't know. And to me, true healing, the deepest healing, is where we really restore the body back to its lifespan, its true lifespan. And so I don't think there's anybody here that's really done supreme deep healing for us to know what those states are. Now I hear from some of these really high level dry fasters and guys like Gabrielis Cass did a 15-day dry fast. That's the longest that I've heard of. And he's saying that stuff is still coming out. And Gino says the same thing. 9 days, 11-day dry fast. The urine's still full of crud, still kicking out garbage. So we don't know. But the thing is that you know, healing begins very quickly, and I don't think it ends. I think you just keep going, and you reach very high levels of you know, of wellness, and you know, certainly levels of wellness that we find really remarkable. And you know, you know, I'm 60 years old now, and I did not think that I would be in this state at this age. That I would have this kind of energy and this kind of physicality, and be able to do all the things I did. I remember when I was in my 20s and I was surfing, I'd look at guys in their 30s, and I would say, God, man, I wonder if I'll still be surfing in my 30s. You know, that's really amazing, that guy's surfing in his 30s. And so, yeah, it's truly incredible. It really is. So I'm amazed. I'm truly amazed. And so I think it's what level do you accept as being really well? I accept this level, but I think there's a lot more. I think we're all just getting started. I really do. So yeah, but knocking out these so-called diseases in you know, 6 months, a year or two is really possible. Go on to the Masterfast System board and look at these things. You know, look at these testimonials. This woman that I keep talking about her, she was on the show. Linda, she had lost a kidney to cancer, and then there was a tumor on the other kidney, and she got on Dr. Morse's herbs and then moved up to the Master Fast Dry Fast, and all that's left of it is scar tissue right now. So, and that was within, I think, a span of only about 12 months, maybe a little longer, and so quite remarkable. Yeah, the way we think about all this stuff is rapidly changing right now, and it's really truly amazing. It's just so great to be at the forefront of this, and to share all this. Okay, so Z Christine, I also feel dizzy, not sure why, mostly on raw. So you're feeling dizzy. Let me okay. So you're feeling dizzy. Now, dizziness can be, you know, when our adrenals handle sugar metabolism, okay? So when we're first getting going on this, things can go a little bit wacky. It might take you a week or two for those adrenals to really set in and that sugar metabolism to really stabilize. You could be moving lymph really rapidly through the body. If you're moving it through the head back there at the cerebellum, that's your dizziness equilibrium center. That could be going a little crazy right now too, okay? But most of it is sugar metabolism issues, okay? So it's best if you have any kind of sugar level problems, to monitor that closely. You guys want to sip your juices very slowly. You want to mix it with saliva. You don't ever want to guzzle your juices, okay? Because that'll spike anybody. That will spike anybody. So just take it nice and slow, okay? And yeah, don't slam it down, okay? Sun gazing. I used to do a lot of sun gazing. I don't do so much anymore. I think it's neat, but I only did it at the very, very start of the day, you know, just right at those first 5 degrees, and at the end, that last 5 degrees. If you're not careful, you can burn out the retina. But you know, I really think, I think what it did for me is it put me in a spiritual frame of mind. It felt like I was connecting to a higher source, feeling the rays. You know, the sun is magnificent. I think it does a lot more than just warm this planet and light this planet. I think there's a lot of things coming out of the sun. So I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, just don't burn your retinas out, and just keep it at those really, really early hours is what I do. Robin, sorry for your loss. Thanks, Robin. I really appreciate that. Yeah, my dad was a great guy, and we had a lot of good times. I have a lot of good memories, and yeah, it was an amazing transition. That's all I can say. It was really, really a blessed transition that I was there. I told you guys the last time the last call, he was actually passing as I walked through the door. He waited for me, so that was really amazing. Be here. Can we use stainless steel pots to boil the kidney tea? Yeah, you can. Some people prefer just the glass, so there's no reaction at all. I use stainless myself. David Wolf loves the Salad Master stainless steel pots. Salad. It's a strange name for a. I always thought it was a strange name for a cooking pot, but the Salad Masters are supposed to be the ultimate. But yeah, if you can find those Pyrex glass ones, or a what do they call those? Like a clay type pot, maybe better. I don't know. I don't. I just do mine the stainless. I could probably improve that. Yeah. I'd love to have a glass pot. I think that's probably the most inert thing. Okay, so we have Lana. I won't try to pronounce your. Okay, I'm gonna try. Anastopoulos. Lana Anastopoulos. Really sorry to hear of the loss of your dad. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah. He had a great life. Made it to 88 years old. Double infinity. Outlasted all his friends, even though, like I say, he put butter on his steak and drank his martinis extra dry. He had a strong constitution. Really strong constitution. But he was very, very acidic for the last probably 15 years of his life. He had a hard time getting around. So he did a lot of suffering, and but was not ready for this information. Sometimes, when people get old and they've lost some mobility and this and that, his eyes were he had a lot of problems. Probably started in his 50s with macular degeneration. He had hearing loss, all kinds of signs of very, very stuffed sinuses, lymphatic constipation all through the head and neck area. But surprisingly, his brain was super sharp. But yeah, he wasn't ready to hear it, and but it just wasn't his path, and that brings up a point. We have to respect everybody's journey, and one thing that I'm learning is that, number one, not everybody's ready to hear this information. They're not ready to accept the healing, okay, that comes with this. And I have to say, in my spiritual work that I'm doing, I'm starting to come to the realization that a lot of people are not deserving of it. I know that sounds really harsh. They're not deserving in this life, because I believe that we're here working out karmas that we created. Okay, we have to work through those karmas. We have to sort of pay our karmic debt. And so what I do is I don't push this on anybody whatsoever. But if they ask for my help, I will give it to them freely, as much as they want. But they have to ask for it. And I get a lot of people that say, please call my father, please call my mother, please call my brother. They're suffering. They need this. And I said, no, they have to call me. They have to make the initial call, because I can't do that. It wouldn't be fair. So that's that. Okay. but not, I'm not, yeah, it's not a mean thing. It's just trying to align with what's really going on. And it's a good way to look at things. And that way um, we don't take, I mean, I know that I'm an empath. I'm very empathetic on people, and I take the blame a lot. If it doesn't work out for them or they don't hear me properly, then I feel that I did something wrong. So it helps me to understand that everybody has the right to their own path, even if we think it's wrong. Okay, because in essence we're supreme beings. We are gifted by the Creator, whoever you think that is, or whatever you think that is, with free will. We have sovereign free will to do whatever we want, and I have to respect that. Okay, but I'm here to help. Once they ask for help, it's all over. I'm gonna help. So all right. So Kim, I'm somewhat new. Late last month, my armpit was burning. Oh wow. It was pinkish, then it turned kind of dark. Now it itches. What do you think it could be? Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to back engineer anything. All right. So burning in the armpit. Okay, so what would cause burning? Okay, and I'm going to quote Dr. Morse, the great Dr. Morse, great teachers, great simplifier. He says there's only two sides to chemistry. We have acid and alkaline. Acids cool, they soothe. Alkalines cool and soothe, and acids burn and destroy. Okay, so what side of chemistry are we on? You're right, we're on the acid side of chemistry. So acids. Okay, so now we've decided we've got an acid condition in that area. Okay, so under the armpit there are a lot of lymph nodes. So when lymph stalls, when it gets obstructed, it stagnates. Okay, we call it interstitial lymphatic constipation. The fluid between the cells becomes all gummed up and it just sits there. And then the cells keep dumping their acidic waste. The cells have metabolic waste that is acidic. So now we start to get pools of acidic waste, and that causes an acidic condition and starts to burn. It starts to burn cells. It starts to burn anything that's there, skin, organs, joints, bones, anything. It starts to destroy and burn. So we've got an acid condition. So we know that we have to move lymph. Okay, so back to basics. We have to move lymph, but the lymph wastes have got to go somewhere. Okay, so they've got to go out, mostly out the kidney door. But the problem is most of our kidneys are not filtering properly. They're not getting rid of the waste that they should, so it circulates back into the body. Or it gets kicked out to the skin, and then the skin becomes wrecked, or the skin becomes blocked subcutaneously and can't release anything either. So now we're starting to become a toxic, acidic cesspool. So we want to move lymph, but we first want to work on those kidneys. We want to get the kidneys open. And the best thing to do is herbs and dry fasting to get those kidneys open. And then we want to pick up the adrenals, because the adrenals sit on top of the kidneys. They're about the size of a walnut. They control the kidneys. Okay? They also make steroids that help fight acids in the body. So we want to bring those adrenals up. Now, we want to assist the body because we've got a blockage there. And the body's not able to deal with it, obviously, because it's backing up and it's burning. So we want to use lymphatic herbs to push things along. They go in and they kind of get things moving. They help dissolve obstructions. They help squeeze. They have astringents that squeeze and pull the lymph system. Okay? We want to get on high fruit, because fruit, especially the citrus fruits and the grape juice and the watermelon juice, really dissolves mucus. They're fantastic at dissolving and getting the mucus thinner. Okay, and then last but not least, we want to clean up that GI tract. It's the center of the body. Everything kind of drains into that and feeds into that. And it's, the liver's part of it, the gallbladder, all that stuff sits right off of that. So we want to clean that GI tract. Okay, so there we go. Got to move lymph. Okay, now we can. So we've done it throughout the system of the body. We've established kidney filtration. We've got the adrenals up. The kidneys are filtering. The adrenals are making antacids to help. We've got lymphatic herbs to move lymph, and we've got the GI tract clean. So a lot of toxins are leaving the body instead of staying there. So now we can actually go in and we can specifically target areas. So we've done the general. Now let's come in specifically. And, uh, we could use some castor oil. Castor oil is a lipid. It fights acids. It buffers acids. It can come in and you drive it with some heat and it'll come in and it'll soften some of that hardened lymph. That because acids dry and they make things hard. So that castor oil can come in there and it can soften things so it can move better. With a little heat, that really helps. Throw a little pinch of cayenne pepper in there to get a little circulation going. Wonderful. We can massage in there. We can do neurolymphatic massages to help more of the lymph flow. We can do some rebounding. Okay, light rebounding until you get the kidneys filtering. Then you can start leaving the ground and really jumping, get things moving out. We can do some deep breathing. We can do hot and cold showers. There's all kinds of things we can do to actually assist in the lymphatic movement. So that's the short answer. It's a little bit long, but as far as healing goes, that's the shortest answer that could ever be given. Move your lymph, get it out the kidney door, and all this stuff goes away. So I think you got signs that you could be, you don't want to lose those lymph nodes. You don't want to, especially in the armpit, because that's all tied to the breast and all that. So you don't want to lose those lymph nodes. So get that moving, okay? Get a hold of me or a detox specialist if you need some help. You got to move some lymph. These signs, they start out real like, hey, got this little thing here. But think about if you let it go and you don't understand what's going on, it starts backing up and backing up and backing up. And, a few years, a few months, a few weeks down the line, you got trouble. Okay, so be here. Can we use kidney filtration boost with Heal LT as a kidney tea during Master Fast instead of Bell's kidney tea? Okay, you can use the kidney filtration boost and make a tea out of it. Absolutely, it's got a broad range of kidney herbs in there. It's got things that are diuretic. It's got things to open up the kidneys, to dissolve stones, to dissolve obstructions in the kidneys. There's uva ursi, there's corn silk. These are great stone busters and sediment movers. And there's diuretics in there too. So you can make a tea out of kidney filtration boost. And Gino also likes the Javana detox tea because there's kidney herbs in that. It's more of an all-around detoxification tea. It has a lot of kidney herbs in there. It's got lymph herbs. It's got herbs for the glands, but it does have kidney herbs. You don't need to mix the Heal LT and with the Javana filtration because if you're doing the other herbs, Gino's kits and my kits have all got lymphatic herbs in there, so you don't necessarily need. Heal LT is a really strong lymphatic mover. That's what it's designed for. Okay, yeah. As far as just addressing the kidneys, kidney filtration boost makes a great kidney tea. And I was thinking about actually packaging it in the larger package and selling it as a kidney tea, just so you get a larger amount. Okay. All right. So plant-based perception. Yeah, your perception changes when you go plant-based, doesn't it? I know mine did. My compassion for animals really, really went up when I stopped eating them. So. What are you hoping to achieve this time around, Mark? Day 22, full master fast here. Congratulations on day 22. Excellent. I love those 2-2s, those 1-1s, those 4-4s. I quit on a 4-4. Excellent. So what I'm hoping to achieve is in listening to all the testimonials and all that, I really believe, like I said earlier, that we don't know the depths of healing yet. Okay? But I'm doing this one also for spiritual reasons because I really felt like I opened up a lot. I got a lot more intuition, a lot more wisdom, a lot more understanding. I mean, the way I handled my dad's passing was, I was amazed. I went to such a high place spiritually. I felt really, really connected with him as he was passing. I felt connected to the energy that was in the room. yeah, it's hard to put my finger on, but I think that that as you remove obstructions from the body, from the brain, all that, as you get the discipline and all that, you just have more energy, more energetics for more thinking, more higher thoughts, more perception. Digestion really takes a lot of energy, and I really noticed that when I came off of the master fast of the 44 days and then went back and slowly, for 44 days. So it says as long as you do the master fast, that's as long as you feel the effects of what you were doing at a deep level. That I was hardly eating at all um, after for about 40 days, 44 days after doing the master fast, and then slowly after that, more and more solid foods starting coming into my diet, and more and more avocados, these heavier foods with the fats in them and all that, and the olives and the dates and the bananas and the smoothies and the salads, and some cooked, some of the potatoes and then some of my little cheats. I make the raw tacos with a little bit of a tortilla, and I make my little rice tortilla squares with the avocado and olives and things. Anyways, and then some of my cooked cheats, like my Chinese food cheat that I talked about, where I got really hurt from the MSG. So things crept back, and before you know it, I'm still light years ahead of how I was, but I have a heavier diet, and I'm feeling uh, that that digestion is really a chore, and I've been really feeling that, just how much digestion, how much of a chore it really truly is. And one of the downfalls, the cleaner you get, the harder digestion is when you're not eating at a really high level. So I'm really anxious to come back on this and really have a break from digestion, and then to reach higher higher levels of energy, higher levels of thought, and higher levels of perception and wisdom and intuition and spiritual insight. So that's my goal on this one, to become a better teacher for you guys, a better example, and to help more, and to combine this fasting with prayer, and with intention to help and to serve everybody, and to help them, have a hand up for people that are down at a lower level, and to accept the help from people that are above me too. It's a flow, like I talk about all the time. Healing is a flow. It's a give and a take. If you just take, you don't receive as much as you should. If all you do is give, you're not open for receiving. You don't feel worthy or whatever. So it's a flow. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Juicy fast. That's great. Juicy fast. If you're dry, then it's okay to do honey and maple. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Talk to the guys and gals over at the great Master Fast System board. They'll let you know in small quantities. You don't want to do 12 ounces in a sitting. I just take a little teaspoonful once in a while. Today it was really good. The first few days, really hard on me. Not too bad this time around, but it can be a little daunting, especially if you're trying to work full time. And I haven't been surfing much because of all the things going on. But I'll get out there surfing again, and so it's a little hard. But the honey sure helps, and the psyllium pudding really helps too. And so good. So Cynthia, hi Mark, I'm on day 77. We have a 22 and a 77. Look at how auspicious this day is. This is amazing. Cynthia, congratulations. Excellent. Tell us about what you're going through if you get a chance. Z Christine. Z Christine, okay, is how you pronounce it. Z Christine. Thank you. I will stick to that. Cassandra, I'm trying to heal all the health issues I'm experiencing. Afraid to start fasting while on medication. Insulin, how do I start? Okay, this is a question for the board over there. Okay, I'm not even going to try to answer that one. Okay, So yeah, Master Fast System over on Facebook. Sign up if you're not a member. Tell them that you found them through me over here. Just tell them about yourself. They want to know who you are, and uh, and then get on that board. Okay. Um, okay. So they'll provide you with what they've been experiencing, what people over, and there'll be people that have probably experienced the same exact thing that you're going through, Cassandra. So I hope that helps. Okay, like I say, I've been instructed to bring Master Fast questions over to that board. Okay. All right. So the fruit and botanicalist. I've been on fruit smoothies, herbs, and juices for 48 days now. I'm 5'11", 120, so malabsorption, of course. Feeling weak and fatigued, so I ordered Dr. Moore's Superfood Blend 1. Will this slow down detox and healing? Okay, so 5'11", 120 male, so you're thin. Okay, so I just want to just throw a few things at you. Um, you're doing fruit smoothies, you're doing herbs and juices, 48 days. So it sounds like your calories are up. You're not absorbing. You've got probably malabsorption issues in the GI tract, um, which Master Fast is supreme for. When you start getting on this grape juice lemon combination and the herbs and the psyllium pudding, I mean, stuff comes out of you. Just you'll see the obstructions leaving the bowels. The best I've experienced. Mucoid plaque for my first time on day 8. It was just absolutely phenomenal. So you want to clean the GI tract. You want to be able to get better absorption. Okay, that's probably why you're thin, and also your pancreas is not making enough enzymes, I would imagine, to digest these foods properly. Hence, you have to have digestion uh, to get the nutrition and the benefits of the food and to put on the weight. And so that's in the glands there. So and then probably your adrenals are down too, and you're not metabolizing properly. So it's digestion, it's absorption, and it's utilization. If any one of those is off, you got trouble. You could either gain a ton of weight and not know why all this weight's coming on, or you cannot put on the weight. So stream of consciousness here, also thinking you got a pituitary down. Okay, pituitary is a master gland that talks to all the other glands. If that's down, you get multiple glands down. It sounds like you're pancreatic and got the adrenals down. And I bet if I dig in, I'm going to find you don't sleep well and you might run cold, or have really low energy levels. So multiple glands down, I'm saying here, without knowing a whole lot. Superfood Blend 2 is better than 1. They've been out of 2. I'm not sure if it came in, but 1 will get you through it. It's amazing. I have it here. I love it. It's got the bee pollen in it. It's gonna blast you with a ton of stuff, just to make up for your low levels of digestion and utilization and absorption. So I think it's great. Will it slow down a detox and healing? Yeah. Yeah, it will, but you need to get in and fix these things. And while you're detoxing at any level, you gotta keep things moving. Over at the Master Fast, they're probably going to tell you that get on the Master Fast because that's going to clean the GI tract. It's going to really clean the pus and mucus out of all the glands, and don't worry about your weight. But I'm going to leave that to them. That's a call that I can't really say that call on my end because I don't know all the specifics of what's going on here. All right, but I hope that's some information for all of you that are having weight issues, either low weight or a lot of weight you can't get rid of. You got to look at those glands. You got to look at that absorption. You got to look at that utilization in every case. Okay, Linda, I'm definitely fasting along with you guys until April the 29th. Fantastic. Today is day 69 of my master fast. Look at all the master fasters already doing it. Fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah, so that'll take you to 108, right? On the 29th. Wow, that's going to be amazing, Linda. I'm gonna hopefully be a member of that club too here in 107 days and counting. We've got Sophie. You can add a little more booze to the top too. Yeah, you can do that, but you're going to water down the ratio. So, little trick, you guys, and thanks for bringing this up, Sophie. So, let's say that you want to do a 2-to-1 tincture, okay, of herbs, because you want to have a super duper strong tincture like Juno. So what you do is what I would do is I wouldn't just put 2 ounces of alcohol in there to 2 ounces of herbs, because 2 ounces of herbs is a lot. 2 ounces of alcohol is not even going to cover the herbs. And some of those packets are going to be, they're such drying herbs, they're going to pull all that alcohol right in, and you're not going to see any moisture in there. So what you can do is you can add, let's say, 8 ounces of alcohol, right? And then you can make your tincture. You're going to have plenty of coverage over your herbs, right? And then what you can do is you can evaporate. Okay, what you do is you make your tincture, right, and then you strain it all out, and then you press the rest of those herbs, okay, to get the last bit out. Use your coffee press, you guys. Put a little couple scoops of herbs in there. Use your French press. Press those herbs to get that really good stuff out of there, right? So you now have it all pressed and strained. And then take that, and then you can use a dehydrator or put the oven on really, really low, the lowest low, and evaporate that down. Put a marking on your mason jar where 2 ounces is, and just evaporate it down. And now you got a 2-to-1 tincture. At 4 ounces, that's a 2-to-1 tincture. 2 ounces of herbs would make a 2-to-1 make 4 ounces of alcohol tincture. Okay, hope that helps. I am 7. Can I make a tincture within a week? If so, how? Or should I just make the teas? A week's too soon. Some do 14. I like the 30-day, but a week's too soon. I would just make the teas. What you can do is you can get a couple bags, do a double batch, and then, make your teas until the tinctures are ready. You could do that. In 30 days, 14 to 30 days, you'll have your tinctures ready. But if you want to start the fast, you can start it in as soon as you get your teas made. Okay, Detoxia. Hey, Major Mark, Matt Barron. Oh, yeah, Detoxia is Matt Barron. All right, Matt. I heard you say we need to shake the herbs for tinctures every day. I didn't do that until really the last 2 weeks. The first 3 weeks shook every 2 to 3 days. Yeah, it's just a good habit to get into. It actually moves lymph, right? So you're just shaking the constituents loose. There's things called triterpenes and saponins and all this crazy stuff that you want to shake loose deep within those herbs. You did good. You could do better next time, but you still got a tincture. There's still a lot in there, but and you did a lot of soaking, so probably when you shook it, it did unleash a lot of stuff. So, but do better next time, Matt. It's cool. Let us know how you're doing, by the way. Okay. Let us know what day you're on and all that. Or are you joining us right now? So, anyways. Is this Milch? This is weird. Milch Kilfum. I'm going to call you Milch Kilfum. Okay. Is it okay to vaporize weed on a dry? Well, you're not taking any fluids in. I guess it would be okay. Yeah, I guess it would be okay. I don't see why not. I don't know. Use your intuition on that one. Okay? You can ask that at the board. I'm sure a lot of people are doing their weed on this, whether it's on dry or master fast or Dr. Morse herbs or lymphatic detoxification. But intuition tells me, hey, sounds good. Okay, so Caroline, newbie here, only clear pea. Okay, we gotta get you filtering. Dry fasting and herbs, waiting for the herbs, maybe 75% fruit, but feeling weak and hungry. Yeah, a lot of it's emotional. We're used to all those wonderful, heavy, grounding foods, and now we're like, wow, we don't have all that. A lot of hunger is emotional. Your adrenals are resetting. They're not, they're not getting what they're used to. So now you're trying to metabolize a really, really fantastic sugar. This fructose is absolutely amazing. It's a monosaccharide. So is the glucose. They're monosaccharizing, but fruit fructose, the natural fructose, not this high fructose garbage, but natural fructose fruit sugar is amazing. But it takes a little while for the kidneys to get used to. I'm sorry, for the adrenals to get used to. So yeah, that'll pass. Okay, but just try to hold through it. I'm going to bed hungry tonight, you guys. I'm not hungry right now, but I'll be going to bed hungry, and I'm dry fasting right now. I've been dry fasting since around 5 o'clock, so I'll be doing a 14 to 16 hour dry fast tonight with nothing, zero. Okay, my mouth's starting to feel a little dry right now, as a matter of fact. But there's no harm in going to bed hungry, you guys, because when you fall asleep, you're not ever going to think about it. You're going to wake up not even thinking that you went to bed hungry. I never wake up hungry. Okay? And yeah, so it's your adrenals resetting. It's your mind getting around this. It's a lot of its emotions. Okay? The herbs really do help you guys. They really do help with hunger because you're getting such high nutrition in those herbs. Herbs are vegetables with an attitude, and these herbs are really, really fantastic nutritionally also. Okay? But clear pea, yeah, that's going to change. If you start dry fasting and doing high fruit and getting on some herbs and moving lymph, that pea's going to start changing. Keep an eye on it, Carolyn, and watch it every day and keep a mental log on how you're doing. You will get filtration. We got Mark Martin. Hey, Mark, I think since I've been doing so much dry and juice fasting that I had a vegan burger and potato and it made me feel like crap and tired for a day and a half. I know exactly, Mark. This is something that really is, people have to know that yeah, when you reach these high levels of detox and dry fasting and master fasting and lymphatic detoxification, you can't really go back. You know, you can't go back to macrobiotic. You can't go back to vegan burgers and sweet potatoes in any kind of way, except a little bit. You know, you got to pull way back, and then you got to really eat that stuff slowly. And you know, it just even you got to make sure that bun, you only have half the bun and it's gluten free and all these things, because you're going to feel like crap. You have so much absorption now that you absorb everything. I mean, you're going to absorb all those toxins, and you have such a clear body that there's not a bunch of gunk to buffer it all. When you got a lot of acid stagnation, a lot of lymphatic mucus clogged in there, mucus is there to protect you guys. It's a lipid-based protector. That's why it's in the body, because it's protecting from acids. But when that's out of the body, you got nothing to save you, and you just feel like crap. It really feels like an alcohol hangover. It's the closest thing I can equate it to, and they do hang around for a day and a half. I know. So keep the cheats small and keep those cheats really high quality. I always say if I'm gonna have pizza, I'm having the best damn piece of pizza ever. And I'm having one piece. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna savor every bite, every single bite. And please watch out for bad Chinese food. I don't care if you're eating a standard American diet or not. Bad Chinese food is really, I don't care what they say. There is bad Chinese food. Okay. All right. Parambody, can we leave the herbs and the alcohol indefinitely when tincturing them? Yeah, they'll go for years. I agree with that. Yep. Some people say they go indefinitely. Some people say, oh, you got to throw them out after a few years. But hopefully you have used them up after a year or two. Also, will the tinctures be ready faster if we keep them cold or in the freezer? The tinctures be ready faster? No, I wouldn't say so. Keep them room temperature. Room temperature in the dark. Okay, that's going to be your fastest way to get them going. Okay, so Milch Kill from Rockefeller lived off children's blood. Some people do say that that a satanic cult rules the world. Some people do say that, and there's a lot of bodies out there in their wake. I don't even want to think about that. There's some darkness on this planet for sure, and the ruling elite definitely has been known throughout the centuries and millennia to certainly bathe in children's blood. But Yeah, let's keep it light here. We're going to bring such light to this planet that people like this are not going to be able to operate. And I think we see that happening right now. I think we see the covers being lifted right now, and it's causing all kinds of growing pains with a lot of people. But definitely the veil is being lifted right now as we speak in so many ways, and we're a part of that, you guys. But it's really coming off in so many ways. Um, it's an exciting time, but it's a dangerous time too. There is blowback. We just have to be ready for it. We have to be spiritually ready for it, and strong. But we're doing great. I hear he had 8 heart transplants. Weird. Yeah, they try to keep him alive. He had all that kind of money. Yeah, he had no heart. Of course, he had no heart. Anybody that practices eugenics, which is basically the culling of the herd, is what they practice. They're trying to play God. They're trying to say that we should only have 500 million people living on this planet. That 8 billion is too many, and that we need to thin the herd. But we can do it slowly. We can put sterilants in the food and the water and the vaccinations, and just do it in a humane way. Nobody will ever notice. Well, we're noticing, and we are onto it. Everybody that in my circles is so awake to all this. We don't take the vaccinations. We don't drink the fluoride. And we stay away from the bisphenol A and the plastics that add more estrogen mimickers to the body. I don't want to get too weird out there, but just eat clean, you guys, and avoid all this garbage as best you can. And we'll be just fine, and then we'll be able to help other people. Um, uh, but yeah, 8 heart transplants. Gosh, man. But yeah, look up eugenics and look what that stands for, and look how many people practice it. Ted Turner, he wants the population down by 95%. Bill Gates, another eugenicist. His father was the head of Planned Parenthood, which was started as a eugenics organization, and to actually target the black population. So yeah, there's a lot of information being uncovered. You don't have to look very deeply to actually uncover it and see the evidence. Overwhelmingly convincing evidence. These people claiming it themselves. So, anyways, there you go. And Bill Gates is running vaccine programs. He actually says at a TED Talk that with vaccinations and healthcare, they can take down the population by 15-20%. He says it. You can go look it up on YouTube if you don't believe me. All right. So, anyways, enough of that. So, hi, Mark. I have a friend who is wanting to eradicate a viral load with detox. That's the only way to do it. Okay. Are there herbal formulas that would be beneficial outside of Dr. Morse's 14-week protocol? Maybe additional immune and lymph node. Well, here's the thing with viral loads. Any kind of toxin in the body, you can take the herbs. Everybody says, "Oh, well, take colloidal silver. It's going to knock out the viral. It does it in a petri dish in 5 minutes." All that kind of stuff. There's plenty of antivirals out there. Garlic is a great antiviral, all natural, very, very powerful. But it's got to be able to get to it. So you have to move lymph. You have to remove obstructions, or you're never going to get it out. All right. So that's job number 1. Learn about lymphatic detoxification. Take it to the highest levels that your body will allow you to take it to. Be that you can only do green drinks, like at the Gerson Clinic, or you can do the fruit, the high fruit with the herbs, the Dr. Morse way, or you can go up to the dry fasting and the pure grape and lemon juice that Dr. Morse and Gino say is the top of the fruit juice healing. Go as high as you can, know your limitation, move lymph, and do the antivirals. There's plenty of them out there. But yes, the moving lymph is the best thing you can do. Clean out the lymph nodes, all that kind of stuff. The 14-week protocol is expensive, but it is really good. What Gino is doing appears to be very, very good. Not to do a plug for Giovanna again, but if you want to make your own teas or tinctures, you can save money doing that. So, but you got to move lymph, and you got to get high fruit and juice because we need to dissolve mucus. We need to get the mucus and pus out of the glands, especially the adrenals, so we can, we can make those antacid steroids. We can get the kidneys working better. So yeah, so those are a few ideas for you. Yeah, certainly moving lymph is the biggest key to flushing out virals. Some of the virals are easier to get out than others. Herpes is the worst. It just hides in the spine. You got to do some real deep digging to get that out. But it's the only way, unless you want to be, treatment based the rest of your life, and on pharmaceuticals and all that. Okay, so we got Craven Moorhead, looking great for 60, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you, Craven. Caroline, is it better to juice, as I have only been eating fruit, mostly grapes and oranges? For detoxification, I believe it is better to juice because we're not turning on digestion. We don't have to get through all that fiber, and we have more mucus dissolving action when we're doing the pure juice. So we don't have the pulp. If you can get to that level, so that's what I feel is the high, but not see. One of Dr. Morse's ideas, I'm not going to call it a criticism. One of his ideas is not everybody's ready for this higher level of detox. You got to know that person, or that person's got to know themselves. So to say that, hey, everybody jump on Master Fast, no. You got to decide if you're ready for this. You've got to know if you're ready for this. If you've gone on high fruit and you're getting massive headaches and you're freaking out and you're getting a intense healing crisis, you're not ready yet. So you don't want to. You got to know. You got to ease into it. Work with a counselor or go to my website, MarkJamesGordon.com. Everything's free. Everything is free over there. Join my free club. Get access to all that stuff. It's all free. I only charge people that don't have the time or the will to learn this stuff. Okay? That's how I charge for consultations. I tell everybody, basically, it's all for free. Go there. But if you need me, I'm here. And then I also say, here's my fee. But if you truly don't have the money, nobody gets turned away. So essentially, I'm free also. Okay? That's my deal. That's I don't want to charge for this, but I give you the opportunity to pay if that's what you want to do. So that's kind of how I do it. It is kind of a spiritual thing. I heard a story about a healer. I can't remember where I heard this story, but he's a healer down in the Amazon jungle, and he's an old, I think he's Shipibo, and a tribesman, very big healing tribe, but they're called the curanderos. And anyways, he's a healer, and people fly in from all over the world to get his healing, and he will look at the person, maybe ask questions. I don't know how he works, but then he'll go into the jungle, into the forest, and he will pick the right herbs and bring them back and give it to the people. And evidently, he's a fantastic healer. And someone asked me, I said, how come you don't charge for this? You could be making a fortune. And he says, the plants told me I couldn't charge. He said the plants actually told him that if he ever charged for it, that he would never, they would never talk to him again. They would never speak with him again. So, so that's kind of it. I think when you I'm just speaking for myself, and I don't put down people that charge, but I think when you actually charge and you're hardline about charging, it sets up a different dynamic between us. So that's why I do that. So, but I get very few people that don't pay. It's just it's there. Some people do use it. Some people donate a little bit of money, and that's okay too. It's all good. It's all good with me. All right. So Z Christine, thank you so much for answering me. This was my first live with anybody. All right. Awesome. Good. I'm glad you got something out of that. It's amazing. We got Albert Stern. I read that putting the herbs into a blender will make the mixture stronger. Is that true? the more surface area you get to meet that alcohol, that is true. The problem is that if you put it into a blender, you got a lot of fine particles. Just takes more straining is all. But that is true. It's just easier to, chop up the herbs a little bit and throw them in and then just strain them real quick and then press them. But yes, the finer you get it, the better. But you just got to strain them. So maybe you have to strain them through a regular, pasta strainer, and then you'll strain them through a finer mesh net, and then maybe you have to take the time and get them through a coffee strainer in order to get those fine particles out. Just more steps, but you get a better tincture. I absolutely believe that. Okay, so we got B here. How do we know our kidneys are in perfect health? Does diastolic 60 mean they are good? Diastolic 60 means they're good. Yes, diastolic 60 is a great number. I don't see too many diastolic 60s, to be honest with you. Unless, now here's the caveat, okay? The blood pressures really help us decide, kind of get an idea where the kidneys are. I would say 60 is great, but you also, it works in relation with that upper number. The upper number is the diastolic, the lower is the systolic. The diastolic is that, or maybe I have it backwards. I'm sorry, I think I have it backwards. The upper number is the adrenals, the bottom number is the kidneys. Okay, now, so the upper number, let's say we want 120 over 60 is what we're looking for. So that the upper number is called the adrenal punch. It's where when that heart pounds, that's where the pressure shoots up to. It's like going to the amusement park and hitting that box, and then that bell goes, that thing goes up and rings the bell. You're ringing the bell at 120. Okay, so you got to have the strength, the adrenal punch, to get that thing up to 120 and ring the bell. Okay, so if you have weak adrenals, you're not getting there. Okay, but so 120 over 60 is what we're looking at. Most people come in with low adrenals and high kidneys. Okay, so common what I see is 105 over 80. Okay, so that means that we have got to bring up those adrenals 15 points. Okay, which means that so 80. Okay, so to get that up, to bring that up, I'm sorry, we're going to work backwards. I'm sorry. Okay, so 80, at 80, that means we got to come down, let's say 15 points. We got to come down 15 points. We want to get those kidneys open, right? So we want to come down 15 points. And I'm sorry, I started off on kind of I'm going to start over. At 105 over 80, we first want to get those kidneys opened up and get that pressure down on the low side. We're not going to really worry too much about the adrenals at this point. Okay, so as we detoxify the body, as we get kidney filtration going, okay, we're going to start moving that down towards, we're going to call it 65, so 15 points. Okay, now the problem is that if we were, let's say, at 120 on the upper number, we're going to bring that upper number down too. So now you go down 15 points, and now you're at 105. Okay, 105 over 65. So now we know we have to work on those adrenals and get those back up. So basically, let's get kidney filtration. We can still do some adrenal herbs to work on that, and then we can get it more in balance. In other words, we can open the kidneys up and bring the adrenals up. Okay, so the numbers have to work in tandem, I think, is my point. To look at one of them in isolation, say 60 is good, it could mean that you may have really super weak adrenals too. Okay, so we have to look at those in tandem. All right, so but 60 means they're good, but if you've got low pressure on the top, maybe not so much, because that means we've got to raise the adrenals, and that's going to raise that lower number too. So let's look at them in tandem. Okay. I know that was confusing, but they work in tandem. 120/60 is our goal. Okay. All right. We're always work on the kidneys first. Okay, John Cornwall. I was curious on your thoughts regarding Minute Maid lemon juice found in the freezer section and is 100% juice. Do you think this could be used in lieu of fresh? Um, I don't know about Minute Maid. It probably has high fructose corn syrup in it, if I'm not mistaken. The juices that we like have nothing added. Okay, no sugar added. That's why we like the Welch's grape juice. There's no sugar added. Okay, it's from concentrate, but yeah, take a look at the label. If there's high fructose corn syrup or sugar added, we don't like it. Okay, but the idea of cooked lemon juice, pasteurized lemon juice, is not a bad idea. Gino is okay with pasteurized lemons and pasteurized juices, grape juice or cherry juice or pomegranate juice or berry juice. Okay. B here. What is the difference between B/W, Dr. Morse, different? What is the between? What is the difference between Dr. Morse's different kidney formulas such as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Okay, do we need to take them if we take your kidney boost with Giovanna Detox Heal All T during Master Fast? Okay, so the first question is, um, he's got 5 of them. Okay, now I'd have to go to my notes, but what we like to do is we like to have one is a diuretic, and while another number is a diuretic means it moves fluid through. The other one is something that clears the kidneys of obstructions. And I do have some notes on here, but I'm not able to call them up too easily. But I think kidney 1 is a diuretic, but I'm not sure. You'd have to look. Get a hold of me offline if you want. But they all have different purposes. I know when I write protocols, I'll combine a tincture with a capsule, and they kind of work like that in a different way. They work in tandem. The capsules and the tinctures at different levels. Okay. And that kidney 4 and 5 are just a higher power as well. It's just a higher level of herbs in there for the kidney. So you want to start out at the lower numbers, a combination of a diuretic and a mover, a dissolver. Okay. Do we need to take them if we take your kidney boost with Giovanna or Heal All T during Master Fast? You don't. Those are kidney herbs in there. There's diuretics and there's also the stone busters, we call them. Okay, so that's already in the kidney boost, and the Giovanna's got some in there too. So you're getting plenty of kidney herbs, not as finely tuned as Dr. Morse's, but you're getting all that. No, you don't need to take them. Would be my call. Okay. Obsessed. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with you. What do you agree with me on? Oh, I don't know, Obsessed. I'd have to go way back in the stack, but I'm glad you agree with me. I'm glad to hear it. Be here. What's the difference between Dr. Morse's lymphatic system 5? Oh, no, it's like lymphatic system versus lymph node support. So lymphatic system is overall lymph mover. Lymph node support obviously targets the lymph nodes more. Okay, and there's all kinds of levels in there too. This is all really for protocol writing. And, guys, if you want to get a standard protocol and go look at these things, I suggest you go to Dr. Morse's website and look under the 14-week protocol. He'll show you the combinations of kidney 1, the tincture, and 3, a capsule. And he has it all worked out there for a basic program. Okay, and he shows you when lymph node support comes in and all that. It's his 14-week protocol. It's open source. It's for everybody to see. And you get a good idea. Okay. All right, Kim. Thank you so much, Mark. I'll be contacting you next day or so. Appreciate it so much for the help. God bless. God bless you too, Kim. I'd be happy to help you. Absolutely. Okay. Carolyn, been doing the fruit for about a week on my. One day my right eye hurt. Yesterday it was my left. it actually makes me feel good because I know something's happening instead of just feeling like crud. Yeah, you're probably moving some lymph in those eyes. Dr. Morse has an eye wash to help. Actually, you put it in a cup and with some distilled water, you can actually pull lymph directly in the eyes. So yeah, you're probably moving lymph up in the head. And yeah, things move, you guys, and they move in all kinds of weird, strange, different ways. I would not be surprised if that is part of your healing journey. Just going on high fruit for some people really starts to move lymph, and even without herbs. So it's quite amazing, yeah. Not everybody's ready for even going, really high level fruit. It's very, very detoxifying. Be here. Can we do a master fast 3 days in a week, alternate with 4 days of fruit? You could. It's not going to be a master fast, but you could do that. Absolutely. You can kind of mix and match all this, you guys. Do what your level, do what the level you can handle. Like Dr. Schultz would say, he'd say, the real problem is with herbs and all this is that a lot of people are not successful because they pussyfoot around. That's his word exactly. They pussyfoot around. Here's the catch though. If you jump in too fast, you can really hurt yourself. You can be laid out and just miserable and actually do some damage. So you want to know your limit and go right up against that wall and use your intuition, use the knowledge and experience you're gathering. Talk to people, but your body will tell you the most. But come in slow, but keep pushing till you find where that wall starts, okay? And that wall is going to move on you. So do the best you can. But yeah, use intuition. This requires a certain amount of finesse, okay? All right. Is sun gazing safe? Boy, I don't have the answer to that. Some people say no, that it damages, it can cause cataracts and all that kind of stuff. I was doing it very lightly in the beginning. I never did it where it hurt my eyes. Jury's probably out on that. Do your research on that one. Let us know what you gather. I don't do it anymore. I don't think it's necessary myself. Parambody, what's your thoughts on cannabis tinctures while on the fast for emotional support and also for helping with going to sleep? It's an herb, one of God's herbs. Use your intuition on that one. Absolutely. It's a relaxant for sure. I don't believe it's mucus forming. Rick Simpson has done some wonderful stuff with cannabis oil and healing. So, I don't see a problem with it, but, yeah, I've never heard anybody saying, no, it's going to clog your lymph system or shut down the kidneys or anything like that. So, I don't have a problem with it myself. I am 7. Why is pasteurized Concord grape juice preferred over seeded grapes being juiced? For a lot of reasons. Number one, financial. It's very expensive. Number two, a lot of people don't have the time to juice the grapes. Number three is that they're hard to get. It's hard to get seeded organic Concord grapes. Number four, last but not least, is that the data coming in is that the pasteurized is more powerful as a solvent, as a lymphatic solvent to dissolve the pus and mucus out of the whole body, especially the GI tract. So you're calling that. Some people are raw as law. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Other people are, boy, and I cannot say I don't agree. That the stuff that comes out of you on pasteurized Concord juice with lemon is just absolutely phenomenal. The bubble and crude, I call it. It happened to me on day 3 last time. I'll let you know when it happens on this round. But it is a bubble and crude. So yeah, possibly a lot more powerful. Okay. All right. So boy, I'm gonna call you TZ. How about that? I'm not even gonna pronounce that one. TZ. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Oh, you bet. Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity to help you guys. I'm on Master Fast Day 56. Awesome. I started this journey to heal my skin, yet I'm still getting a lot of acne on my cheeks. Okay. So you're moving lymph. Sometimes it is a long journey. Um, the skin conditions really are, it's acidosis buildup in the body The kidneys obviously are not filtering, or were not filtering. They may be now, and it has to send toxins out to the skin. The skin is the third kidney. Now the skin gets hit with all these acids and toxins subcutaneously. It locks up. Now your skin's locked up, and you got work to do there. Sometimes it's really thick, and it just takes a long time to get it out. Keep moving lymph and keep doing this. I'm on Divine 9. What would you suggest? I've been told that my liver has a lot of toxins. Is there anything else I can do? Many thanks in advance. Okay, so I don't think you need a liver flush when you're doing master fast. It's going to move stuff out. It actually, I hear it dissolves stones, and we don't even know they're coming out. Very powerful. So what you can do, what I would do personally, and I can handle high levels of detox, is I would stay on that master fast. I would dry fast like crazy, and I would actually physically help that skin. I would get in the sauna. I would dry skin brush. I would get on some herbs for the skin. Dr. Morse has a skin tonic. Giovanna has a skin boost. Get on herbs for the skin, dry skin brush, massages. Get in a bath with some herbs. Salt, sea salt's really good. It kind of dries out acne and it helps things heal. Maybe do a heal all tea bath. That's a fantastic lymphatic mover with astringents to pull. Hot and cold showers. Deep breathing, rebounding, move lymph, and keep digging, and don't give up, and you're going to have fantastic skin. And even any kind of scarring can heal amazingly at high levels of detoxification, because the highest level of detox is regeneration. Every cell in the body can regenerate. So God bless you and good luck to you, and keep us posted and keep digging and keep on the journey, and keep the kidneys filtering and keep the lymph moving. Okay, Rosaline, do you have any advice for a really poor person who can't afford all the tinctures or teas to detox? So many people from different countries can't afford the expenses. Can one use 1 to 2 herbs? Absolutely. Any herbs you can. Get a book, and guys, a lot of these really powerful herbs are weeds. I just pulled a dandelion out of the yard. Oh, here comes Bitsy. She's ready to rumble. She's up from her nap. I'm gonna play with her on the side. This is part of the show. This is the extra part of the show here. All right, so I pulled a dandelion. It had to be 3 feet tall. So dandelions are everywhere. Plantains are really easy to recognize, you guys. One of the great lymphatic herbs. Amazing. Nettles grow everywhere around here. One of the great kidney herbs. Dandelion's good for the kidneys too. You go out and pick them. Learn more about herbs. The internet's relatively free. But I would say if you can afford a bag of Giovanna tea, you're doing well. And then some lymphatic herbs that you pick, like some plantain. You're doing pretty darn good. If you really have a financial problem, talk to me. Learn to pick herbs and get your hands on a few. I don't know about foreign countries, but some of these weed herbs are really cheap. Dandelion's cheap, nettles cheap, plantains are possibly cheap. I could think of more. Chaparral is an herb in the desert. It's a weed in the desert. Chaparral, one of the great lymphatic herbs. Learn more about herbs and learn how to identify them. And I know there's classes. I took a class up in Santa Barbara on wild edible plants. Learned so much. Probably find a lot of berries you can eat, help you with your food bill. I know that there's elderberries, and I don't know about the juniper berries, things like that. So yeah, education, and then a bag of heal all tea or Giovanna tea it certainly goes a long way. Okay, Rosaline, 1 to 2 herbs for the kidneys, like dandelion leaf, and there you go, juniper berries. Yep. Lymph ginger root and burdock root is a great. I don't think it's wild so much, but I wouldn't know how to identify burdock. But burdock is a just a great detoxifying herb. One of the best. We use it everywhere at Giovanna. All right, so but thank you, Rosaline. That's good advice that you just gave. Yeah, right now there's dandelions everywhere, and they're gigantic. Okay, uh, so so this is the guy 120 and 511. Yes, I don't sleep well. That's pineal gland sitting right next to the pituitary, and I have low blood pressure. Okay, so adrenals are down. I am filtering and getting mucoid plaque out. Yes, so you are healing. I was 115, so I did gain 5 pounds. So you're removing the mucoid plaque. You're getting more absorption. This is wonderful. I just started a kidney glandular. Will this help with more filtration? Give it a try. It does help some people. It does help some people. The dry fasting with the herbs has been the biggest, though, and and actually people that are doing the adrenal glandulars are having a lot of success too, to help get those kidneys opened up. Excellent, though. I'm glad to hear that. Mark Martin, once you get a clean, once you get clean, is it that your digestion is weaker, or just that your body just rejects bad foods? Well, like I said, a lot of these foods are toxic, they're acidic, and the body just can't buffer it. All the bufferings are out, all that mucus is out, all that lymphatic blockage that was forming a buffer, a wall against these toxins is just gone. So you just get hit hard. That's my theory about it. Cynthia, yes, the first few are the hardest, but after that, most days have gone well. Yeah, the first week for me is hard. Had some dizziness in the beginning, mainly because I used a sauna when I was dry fasting. Not a good idea. I've lost 30 pounds. Yeah, you don't want to do a sauna dry fast. You're just losing too much fluid. Crystal Hippie, Milch Kiln, will vaporizing the weed activate your hunger? Yeah, I didn't think about that, Crystal Hippie. Yeah, the problem with pot, it makes you hungry, so you might break your fast here. If it does, then it would be impossible to fast. That's a great observation. That's why I love this group. I didn't think of that, but yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't want to have the munchies and have to stick to a dry fast. Oh my God. Okay, so Jamie, if you're up to it, maybe you could let us know what to expect each week on the fast, when we fast, etc. Little reminders. Yeah, I'll do that along the way. I'm going to report on my journey tomorrow. In the morning, I'm going to give some inspiration, and I'm going to talk about what I went through. That's a lot of it. And then, if you can relate, you can chime in and tell your stories too. I've certainly got a dry mouth right now. Wow, is it dry? But feeling pretty good. I'm not hungry at all, and I feel really energized talking to you guys. I really feel good. I feel a little bit brain foggy, but not too bad. It's a little bit hazy. Everything's, all the parasites are probably going, "Hey man, where's all that stuff? Come on." So, anyways, we'll get through it. Samantha, could you use homeopathic lymphatic remedy during a fast? I wouldn't. I'd keep it. I'd keep it on our path. We're all about these herbs. We're all in alignment. Dr. Morse, of course, is the leader. Gino and I we have the same philosophy on the herbs. We put a lot of lymphatic herbs in a lymphatic tonic. We put a lot of kidney herbs in the kidney tonic. We want to hit it y'all with stuff in case one works and one doesn't. So that's kind of our philosophy. And yeah, we use a lot of the herbs that have been in this sort of end of healing. Okay, they've had a long history. In our sort of end, the kind of Arnold Ehret way, if you will, and the Dr. Christopher way, and all that. Cynthia, I went on the master fast to help me heal my heart. 72-hour day dry fast helped me so much. I'm OCT. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna pick it. Oh, I'll pick that up later. Raw for beginners. I almost died from bad Chinese food, Mark. I felt the same way. Seriously, I was down for a whole week. Yeah. There's something about Chinese food, you guys. I think they sneak MSG in everywhere, even if they say they don't, you know. It was really bad news, especially after being high raw for a few years. Just say no. Yeah, absolutely. Thai food's not that way though. Thai food's not that way. I usually don't have, when I do a cheat at a Thai place, I don't have that. But yeah, small amount, you guys, if you're gonna cheat, and just know you're gonna pay some kind of a price. But we got to do it. I'm not. We're on a beautiful planet here with a lot of great material experiences. We just have to just do it real lightly and still have fun. But yeah, I know what you mean. We're not no more Chinese food unless I'm really sure it's super super clean. Cynthia, that's when I started reading more. Uh, I started reading more. Started on January 4th. Will end April 21st. 108. Wow, you did it in a lot of those winter months. Congratulations. That's amazing. Okay, so the fruit and botanicalist. Herbs don't raise my low blood pressure enough to regenerate the adrenals, and the glandulars raise my blood pressure too high. Today, my BP left arm read 110 over 68, right arm was 130 over 61. Wow. So, interesting. So yeah, so you're having a little issue there, because I was going to say you could use the licorice root to raise the blood pressure, but you're already at 130 on that right arm. So you got to stay with the herbs there, I guess, and just keep on high fruit, keep dissolving mucus, keep getting those kidneys opened up and filtering, dry fasting, all that stuff. And just do the best you can with the herbs, the dry fasting, and the fruit. That's all you can really do. But good. Also, why do you say the super food blend will slow down a detox? Well, just in the fact that it's turning on digestion, and it's got a lot of the veggies in there. The fruit is of the foods, the fruit is the highest detoxifier, especially the citrus and the grapes. So anything short of that, when you're putting that in, you're slowing it down a little bit. But not everybody wants to go that fast. Some people have weight issues, of course, like yourself. So it's an art, like I say, but it is not as high of a detoxifier as, of course, um, you know, grape and lemon juice combination, or the citrus fruits, okay, or the fruit juices in general. Okay, so Matt, took me about 6 or 7 months to begin to metabolize my sugar normally. Wow, that's a long time, but you got it going. That's good. So you ease in it. You checked your blood sugars, and you made sure you were good before. It's all about pacing too. Like I said, don't guzzle. Sip the juices really fine. Act like it's a really fine wine. Put it in a wine glass. Put your grape juice in a wine glass and act like it's a nice fine wine. That's a good trick. Still occasionally get sugar highs, but it's steadily getting better. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Good. Helps keep your blood sugar down. Yeah, they tell that to diabetics a lot too. Exercise is really super important. You got to move lymph. Got to clear those obstructions, clear that mucus out. Rosaline, why are my kidneys filtering so well now just with your detox tea and kidney boost? It worked for you. Congratulations, it worked for you. I'm glad to hear that. I've not been doing anything beyond a 10-hour dry fast because I'm waiting for my tinctures to be ready. So good. So, you got filtration. God bless you. Just being high fruit, and you've got some powerful herbs. You got the Javana tea and the kidney boost. So you've really got those kidneys working. So you're just going to do some real high level healing once you get the rest of the tinctures made. And I assume you're going on master fast, so this is going to be amazing for you. Congratulations. Some people was taken 2 years to get kidney filtration before we really knew about dry fasting. Thanks to Mr. Gino DeSario and thanks to Hildy Larson. Those two really brought it over to the Dr. Morse crowd, which I am a part of, and really opened us up. And thank you so much for that. Sheila, a potato ricer with cheesecloth is a brilliant way to strain the herbs. Thank you so much for that. Excellent. That's great. Excellent. Mark Martin. Oh yeah, another thing, Mark. Oh, when I eat cooked vegan, it smells coming out, but fruit doesn't. So I guess raw is law. Well, the cooked vegan can mean anything. It can mean cooked vegetables. It could mean all that rice and pastas. It can mean a lot of things. Um, so the cooked grape juice that's not raw still comes out not very well. You actually pretty smelly because you're kicking out a lot of stuff. But minus that, it's sweet. Yeah, I think it's all about fruit versus veggies and grains versus raw versus cooked, in my view. Be here. Can we take Dr. Morse's herbal capsules during the Master Fast? I did the GI Broom in capsule form last time. It worked great. But Gino says only tinctures, no capsules, as you don't want any digestion. And that's true. You'll be at a higher level of Master Fast if you avoid the capsules or the powders. Okay? But the psyllium and the clay and the charcoal does not turn on digestion, from what I hear, what Gino says. Okay? Have you ever had, this is Serena, have you ever heard of or had a session of bioelectric lymph drainage? If so, thoughts? No, I've never had that. I know there were some machines and things like that. I've never had that. No. Let me know if you have had success. Look, if you get in kidney filtration and go on an electric machine, this is another tool we have. So let us know. Love to hear. This is Detoxia Matt. Hi, Matt. Mark, are you using organic grape juice from Trader Joe's this time, or are you going pasteurized? Well, Trader Joe's is pasteurized, but it is organic, and I am going pasteurized. I actually I'm doing a test right now. I got Santa Cruz organic. A quart of that was, I think, about $3.70 at the health food store on sale. That's pretty cheap. That's about what it is at Trader Joe's. So I'm testing that against the Trader Joe's Santa Cruz organic grape juice, pasteurized. I'm also at Whole Foods. Get this, you guys. Whole Paycheck, infamous for charging so much, has got grape juice, organic grape juice on sale right now for under $3. It was like $2.91. And not bad. It is in a plastic container though, but $2.91 for a quart. And then I've also got I'm also testing out another brand, Knudsen's, that Dr. Morse likes, CW Knudsen brand. Okay, and I'm trying to get a hold of one that's one of my clients had told me that they love Eden Farms. They can get organic grape juice delivered to them, and they pay $9 flat rate shipping. And they say it's absolutely the best ever. It's organic, it's 100% Concord, and it's delivered to the house. And it's only $9 shipping. So if you order, a case of it or something, it works out. I'll have to check with what the price is. But it's supposed to be the finest. So those who want supreme quality, go for that. Now, if you're really on a budget, you can literally get Newman's Own at Costco. 100% not organic, I'm sorry, 100% grape juice, Concord grape juice, for about $1 a quart. Works out to $1 a quart because it's about $6.50 for a gallon and a half, which is 6 quarts. So yeah, it's about $1 a quart. So there you go. And I had good luck with that. But I like to go organic if I can. And you're spending so little on food. I mean, why not go organic? Just makes sense to me. Okay. But yeah, I'm doing pasteurized this time again, and I'm going to try and do as much organic as possible. Okay. So Douglas would like to see someone who has the time and inclination in this group put together info, best place to buy herbs, price and quality, and best way to tincture them. Yeah, I would just look in a few places, to be honest with you. Dr. Morse certainly Gino's, his herbs, and then another shameless plug is me, Giovanna Detox, because we're putting together the herb formulas in the way that works for detoxification, and that's what we're all about. This is all about detoxification. Master Fast is just high level detoxification, in my view. Okay. Um, yeah, I have videos on my website how to tincture them, and things like that. You can do research on that and come up with your own thing. Some people like just pure organic grape alcohol. They insist on that for their tinctures instead of vodka. I'm sure it's a little better, but if you want to go super high quality, yeah, I would just do some research on that. Okay. Craven, I have yet to do a master fast. I've been on a Facebook master fast page for some time, thanks to you, just reading up and studying. Yeah, you're ready when you're ready. I've been on fruit for some time, and am amazed on how I don't need water. Yeah, I don't drink water anymore either. Isn't it amazing? Because when you're removing acids and not taking in acid chemistry, you're reaching high levels of hydration. So I really don't need water. Now in the summer months when I'm sweating a lot, if I'm doing something athletic, all that, I may need it if juice is too much. So we'll have to see. But I would definitely squeeze lemon in that water. I'm not gonna drink just regular water anymore. Mostly just juice, and if I need it, I'll do a lemon in there. Okay, so Craven, I'm no longer thirsty. Hydration on the cellular level, yes, absolutely. So Matt, in the way of skin, I'm using um, a quarter teaspoon of bamboo extract, which is super high in silica and has done wonders for my skin. Not sure if it's okay on the master fast though. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Um, that's interesting. So, I know in my skin formula and also in my bones formula, I've got the horsetail, which is really high in silica, also, which you can tincture. You can tincture this. So, yeah, maybe so. If it's pure silica, when you're trying to tincture, that's going to be really hard because it's getting all gummy. But in the form of the horsetail, the silica can be tinctured. Fruits, berries, and melons. Hi, Mark. I decided to try the pasteurized lemon juice with Concord grape juice, and it is excellent. Good to hear. Store-bought lemon juice still gets black plaque out. It's great. That's what Gino says. Yeah, absolutely. Pasteurized. Wow. Milch Kilfam. Here we go again. Crystal Hippie. I'm on day 16 of the Master Fast, and I've been vaping a lot of weed. I only have a light food craving in the evening. Well, now I'm 24 hours into my dry fast, smoked weed, and not even thirsty. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So not even the weed can get you to get hungry if you're committed and at this high level. Wow. So Caroline, is coconut butter nibs good enough to use for the skin? Been using it with coconut oil and ionic magnesium. I guess it's fine. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? As far as detoxification, though, the butters and the fats are going to kind of block, I would think, if you're trying to move acids. I don't think we want to put that kind of stuff on. If you're trying to heal a specific area and using the lipids, the butters and the oils, then that's a different story. But putting it all over the body, I don't think we want to do that because we're going to block the flow outwards. Okay. So Caroline, thank you so much. By the way, you are appreciated. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Brooke, Mark, your new herbs for the pancreas. Yes, we just came out with a new pancreas formula. How long can one take it, and how to combine it with the others? All right. So, with the herbs, I would do a bag or two, see how you do. Um, you know, um, it's we don't want to be on these herbs forever. We want the body to take over. So it's usually yeah, about a month or so I'd say would be good. Now, if you're doing the master fast and all that kind of stuff, this is all about really doing a deep level. So you go as long as you're on the master fast, I would say. Okay. And the herbs are all combined together. Herbs are very intelligent, so you can do a lot of tinctures, you guys, or a lot of teas together. They just know where to go. They know where to branch out. So it's your call on that. Some herbs can be taken for a period, then take a rest. Yeah, you don't want to do herbs all the time. You do need a rest. Yeah, taking herbs year round, maybe not such a good idea. In Chinese medicine, there are some tonic herbs that they say are okay to take all year round, and reishi mushroom and the faux tea and these kinds of things. So some are just more short term. Okay, but I don't like to do herbs all the time during these fasts, these detoxes. Yes. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah. Then your body gets too used to them. Okay, and your body gets lazy. We don't want the body to get too lazy. We want to use it to jumpstart everything, remove obstructions, and then build and then get out of there. Okay, build up a tolerance. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for adding the herbs for the pancreas. You bet, absolutely. And I did pituitary gland and also thyroid. Okay, so we got those additions also. We keep expanding. The next one is going to be for the reproductive system in the male and the female too. So the fruit and the botanicalist pounded on a 32-ounce raw grape juice this morning. That's a lot. Ah, yeah, and your heart started to pound. Yeah, when you get all that energy coming in, yeah, I had that happen. I did a I did a tea, a Javana tea with a bunch of boosts in it and some licorice root, and then pounded a juice too. And I was sitting working. I go, man, I got to get out and go for a run. I got to get out there, man. And I actually got on the bicycle and I just had to go. Yeah, I know. And went into a healing crisis for 2 hours. Felt sick. Yeah, too much. You bet it too. You got to sip that stuff slowly. Okay, sip those juices and those teas slowly, or you're gonna hit it hard. I don't care how experienced you are. So Rosaline, thanks for the advice on the herbs. You bet. I'll relay this info to my friend in the UK. You bet. Yeah, happy hunting for herbs. I've been meeting so many folks in despair, and I count my blessings living in the USA because we have so many options. We sure do. We really do. Jamie, love you, Mark. Love you too, Jamie. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Love you all. Good night. Good night, Jamie. We'll see you next week. Ready for a new day tomorrow. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, so I'll be on in the morning on the board, just chiming in, give you guys inspiration and telling you my journey. Okay, so even if you guys aren't following me on the fast or detoxing, just get on the board every day and just check in. All right, and we might inspire you to do some of this with us. All right. So Z Christine, good night to you, Christine. Douglas, FYI, Newman's Costco, not 100% Concord. That's true. It's 100% grape, but not 100% Concord. That is true. I did read the label, and it talked about some a certain amount of Concord in there. I forget what the ratio was, and then other grapes. But it worked for me. If you're on a real budget, it's the cheapest out there, and not organic, in a plastic container. Couple downsides. Gino is really, really setting the bar as far as, hey, don't even worry about it. We're not in the matter state anymore, so forget about pesticides and plastics. He's really pushing us. He really is. It is really pushing our boundaries. But I'm still a glass and organic guy I'm going to do that now. So just to see, I did the Newmans last time. Let me see what happens when I'm spending the money and getting the organic in the glass and the higher quality stuff. Maybe I'll have a difference. I can certainly tell you that today I didn't need a gallon of it, and last time I needed a gallon the first day, so I only needed a less than 2 quarts. So, go figure. Tony, I see a lot of white mucus in my bowels. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. When I'm in the Master Fast program, especially after a 60-hour dry fast, yeah, it's pulling mucus out of those bowels. You better believe it. Yeah, it's amazing. Mr. Swag just found out that I have stage 3 chronic kidney disease and my body is retaining a lot of fluid and I have high blood pressure. Sorry to hear about that. You need to get kidney filtration, in my opinion. I don't know anything about you. This is just off the top of my head. I personally would get kidney filtration. I would do everything in my power to get those kidneys filtering. I'm morally obese. How do I start to heal my body? Mr. Swag, you need to learn about detoxification. And your glands are all down, obesity is really, usually a glandular, it is a glandular issue. Adrenals, not metabolizing the sugars, and that includes all the pasta spreads, all those are complex sugars. And then the body's not utilizing it, so it just kicks it out and stores it. And also, the thyroid might be down. Your whole overall metabolism is down. There's a lot of factors here. Learn about detoxification. I'd be glad to help you. I'd be honored to help you, and start working in getting kidney filtration #1, and getting the lymph moving, and understanding just how how fruit dissolves mucus in the body, and get you on the road here, and then work with you on moving lymph, and getting that weight down, and getting those kidneys filtering, getting those kidneys healthy again. Learning about nutrition is probably going to be very key for you. A lot of people who have weight issues are doing the grains, and the dairy. And even the meat, the meat is not so much going to hurt you there. It's going to hurt the kidneys. It's too much protein that blocks up the kidneys, so they can't do their job. But get a hold of me, Mark at MarkJamesGordon.com. I'd be happy to give you a phone call and just talk to you free of charge, and hopefully inspire you to get on the path. Okay, Brooke, adaptogen herbs can be taken for long periods. Yes, very good. The adaptogenic herbs. That's the astragalus, the reishi mushroom. These kinds of things are tonic herbs. Great book, you guys. Ron T. Garden, what is it? Tonic herbal medicine or something, by Ron T. Garden. It's all about Chinese tonic herbal medicine. It's really a great book. Mr. Zig. Oh, you're 30-year-olds and female. Okay, all right. So good. So I'd love to work with you. Love to work with you, and help you. My site, MarkJamesGordon.com. Like I say, all free information. Okay, and I'm free if you need that to be. So, but love to help you. Lana, do you gain weight on Master Fast juice and lemon? I didn't gain weight. I lost weight for about a week and a half. Lost about 12 to 15 pounds, and then I stabilized and held a very good weight, feeling light. People that hadn't seen me in a long time thought I was sick and all that. The usual stuff people say. They're just not used to seeing me that thin. But no, most people do not gain weight on that, I wouldn't think. Mostly lose and then stabilize is what I'm hearing. Fruits, berries, and melons. Hey, Mark, do you think it's possible for you to make a superfood blend tea? A superfood tea? In other words, to get a mega nutrition in a tea. I don't think so. I don't think these herbs have the calorie count to do that. Oh, pardon me. Oh, this is some kind of a thing here. Yeah, I'm starting to. You guys can probably hear in my voice. I'm starting to hit a little bit of a wall here. Wow, interesting. We're at 2 hours here. Wow, interesting. I don't think so. I'd have to think about that. Look, at herbs are superfoods for sure, but I'm thinking what you're thinking is, can we gain weight on a tea? I don't think so. I don't think there's a tea out there that makes you gain weight. There's certainly teas that help you lose weight, but I don't think so. Could we tincture a superfood blend? I don't think so. See, tinctures only, the alcohol works good with the dry herbs because it pulls the constituents out, and the herbs are solid enough where you're not dissolving anything into the liquid, as far as a bulk thing. So yeah, no, I don't think so. I think you got to do the superfood blends, just slow down the detox is what I'm thinking. Sheila, Mark, great information as always. You are a lovely A lovely soul. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to you, Sheila. Glad you joined us. So good to have you here. Margie, always learning new things. Tuning in on Monday Eves. Thank you so much. You bet, Margie. I learned everything too. I learned a lot too. This has been great. This has been a really good session, you guys. Wow. Mr. Sweet, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Yeah, get a hold of me, Mark. I'm gonna I'll put my email in the comment section here, Mr. Swag. Yeah, I really want to hear from you. Let's get you started on the path here, okay? So good night, everybody. God bless you all. Thank you. We had such a great crowd tonight, and yeah, come join me tomorrow. I'm gonna give some inspiration at that group fast. Spring equinox board. I'll put a link to that too at the bottom here too, you guys. So anyways, have a great week, and we're really onto something gigantic here, you guys. Gino says it's just blowing up worldwide, going viral. So we're really pioneers in all this. So anyways, God bless you all, and happy healing, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye bye.